As part of your nappy kit, you'll receive a nappy with a Velcro strip, a pee and a poo also with a Velcro strip, and these stick into the nappy, a wipe, and a set of sequencing puzzle pieces that all click into each other. This kit's been designed to facilitate pretend play, but also to develop sequencing skills, which are incredibly important for developing oral language and literacy skills. So there's lots of different ways that you could explore the accessories and lots of different things that you could work on with your child as you're doing this. So for instance, if you had an early communicator, using words like pee and poo that have a really nice early syllable structure, so for instance a consonant and a vowel, can be a little bit easier for those children who are just starting to talk to start to imitate words. You may have a child who is just potty training. This can be a really nice way just to normalize the conversation around pee and poo and kind of work through the steps, because it can be quite frightening for children in the beginning. You may have a child who is going into preschool and they've been toilet trained for a while, but they need to be a little bit more independent with wiping. So again, you could work through the different steps with them. Or there may be a new baby on the way, and this can be a really nice way to help familiarize your child with the process of caring for a baby by changing their nappy, but also just playing with baby, being gentle. You can give them lots of specific praise when they do all of this. Okay, so as with any accessories that you get with baby, I recommend really allowing your child to explore them first. So as they pick up the different items, you can name them. As they play around with them, you can comment on what they're doing. So for instance, oh, you're putting the poo in the nappy. You can narrate what you are doing. I'm wiping baby's bum bum. These are all really lovely ways to develop speech and language skills. So once your child has really had a chance to explore and play around with them and you followed their lead, then you can maybe have a turn in picking up baby and really going through the sequence as you would with a real baby. So for instance, you could pick up baby, be really animated and say, oh, I think baby did a poo-poo. I think it's time to change your nappy. Will we look? Now, you will already have had this set up. So for instance, you have the poo already in the nappy. You can open it up. More symbolic sounds that you could really model here as well, like ooh or oh no, a poo-poo. So we can take baby's nappy off. Now, all the while you're doing this, you're modeling lovely language. So open, close, clean, dirty, on, off, etc. So we take baby's nappy off. Okay, let's wipe baby's bum bum. Next, okay, let's put on baby's new nappy because baby is all clean. So you've gone through the different steps. Then you can maybe invite your child to recreate the sequence. Now, this is absolutely not a test, so there's no right or wrong way for them to do it. Just let them kind of play around, and as they go through various steps, you could just narrate and comment on what they're doing. Once they've had a chance to go through the steps, then you could maybe bring their attention to the sequencing cards. So I recommend maybe having them in place already. And this is a really lovely way, and this is at first, but it's a really lovely way to model for your child that there's a beginning, middle, and end to any story or any event or any series of steps. Also, as you talk about the pictures, you're also tracking from left to right and pointing to pictures from left to right. And that's really important when children are learning to read, as they learn to point to words on a page, or as they learn to write and writing sentences from left to right, writing words in sentences from left to right. Okay, so once you have introduced the pictures, then you could really talk about them using this lovely temporal language. So for instance, you could say, oh, so what did we do? First, we took off baby's nappy, it was dirty. Then we put it in the bin. Then we wiped baby's bum bum. And then we put on baby's new nappy. Then there's different language that you could use. So I used first and then. You could use first, next, then, and then. Or if you have a child who's maybe going towards school age, you could start to model words like in the end or finally. We talked about already having them in place. If your child's really interested in them, you could take them away. You could maybe ask them to finish the sequence. You could turn them all upside down and have them flip them over and then see if they can put them in order. Again, it's not a test. It's just a really nice way to bring your child's awareness to the fact that there's a series of steps, of logical steps involved, and you're modeling this lovely temporal language as you do. But don't stop here. You can develop your child's pretend play and sequencing skills right the way throughout the day as they recreate things that they've watched you do, like washing the car, cooking dinner at the kitchen, or changing your baby's nappy.